and welcome to my drum miking video. In this lesson, we will be talking about what microphones are used when using the 10 microphone technique, as well as microphone placement around the drums. Let's get started. First, gather your microphones and XLR cables. You will need a set of 5 drum microphones like the one shown on your screen. These are dynamic Samsung drum microphones. Each microphone has a different frequency response range depending on the specific drum the microphone is trying to capture. Next, you will need 2 side address condenser microphones like the one shown here. This is an Audio-Technica ATM 450. These small condensers are great for picking up fast, high transient frequencies given off by the hi-hat and ride cymbals. Next, you will need 2 dynamic microphones like the Shure SM57 shown on the screen. These microphones have a lower response range but do an excellent job picking up the overall ambience of the accent cymbals around the drum kit, such as a splash, crash, china, and so on. Lastly, you will need 1 large condenser microphone with omnidirectional capability. Shown on the screen is the Audio-Technica 2035 condenser microphone. The polar pattern of this microphone can be changed to omni, cardioid, and figure 8 with a flick of a switch. We will first be starting with the 5-piece drum mics, specifically the kick mic. Place the kick mic on a short stand and stick the diaphragm of the microphone into the bass drum sound hole. Your placement should look similar to this. Next, we will be using the snare mic. Make sure the microphone has a clip attached and clip the microphone to the left or right side of the top rim of the snare drum. Angle the microphone downward towards the drum head to capture its full sound. Next, we will move on to the tom mics. Place the tom mic on the top rim of the high tom in the middle of the drum, facing the microphone downward towards the drum head. This will allow you to catch the full sound of the drum and reduce the chance of leakage or bleeding. If you are miking a 5-piece drum set, repeat the same step when miking the low tom. We will now use the last drum microphone to mic the floor tom. Similar to the high and low tom, you want to clip the microphone to the top rim in the middle of the drum, facing the microphone down towards the drum head. Here is a shot of what all of your drum microphones should look like. Now that we have placed all the drum mics, we will move on to placing the side address condenser microphones. We will use 2 of these microphones to capture the sounds of the hi-hat and ride cymbals. The majority of rhythms played by drummers consist of constant sounds coming from the ride and hi-hat, which means you want to make sure you have a microphone capable of catching those sounds. Place 1 side address condenser microphone on a boom stand and angle the microphone down over the ride cymbal so the front of the microphone is about 6 inches from the top of the cymbal and about 12 inches from the bell or dome. This placement will allow you to catch the overall ride cymbal sound as well as any noise from the bell of the ride. Here's another angle of a side address microphone over a ride cymbal. We will be using our second side address condenser to mic the hi-hat. Place the second side address condenser microphone on a straight mic stand and angle the front of the microphone down toward the top of the hi-hat. Raise the microphone about 8 to 12 inches from the hi-hat cymbals. This will allow movement within the cymbals and will cut down on clipping. We will now move to the dynamic overhead microphones. You will need 2 microphones similar to the Shure SM57s. First, place 1 SM57 on a boom stand and angle the microphone down to capture one side of the drum kit. Raise the microphone stand about 6 to 7 feet from the ground to capture the accent cymbals as well as the ambience of the side of the drum kit. Next, take the second SM57 and repeat the same step for the opposite side of the drum kit. Place the mic on a stand, angle it down towards the kit, and raise the stand approximately 6 to 7 feet from the ground. Having a dynamic microphone on each side of the drum kit will capture the full ambient sounds projected by the drums and cymbals. Lastly, we will use a large condenser microphone with an omnidirectional polar pattern. The Audio-Technica 2035 will work perfectly. This microphone will be placed behind the musician in order to capture the reverb and ambience bouncing off of the studio walls. Place the condenser microphone on a straight or boom stand and raise the mic anywhere from 6 to 8 feet from the ground. The higher you place the mic, the more ambient sound you will record. You now have all the information you need to successfully mic a drum kit. Please refer back to this video when miking drums on your own.